is your name Joe? Joe,
Yeah,
Joe at right.
yes. Yeah.
Joe, all I'm trying to say is you're telling me that you have lots of single mothers that are options to you that would date
I
you tomorrow.
I have opportunities that do come my way. I do get. I'm not gonna lie to you. That does happen. Like when I'm out and about, I do get girls
Well,
checking me
maybe
out.
maybe you want to try one and take it lightly and see where it goes. I mean, I'm not. Listen, it's going to end your TFL drought. It'll certainly end your sex drought. You
Yeah,
know, it'll end your sex
yeah,
drought right there. If she's
yeah,
willing
but
to date you, she's willing to go to bed with you.
yeah, but still, like just to know the fact that where she's been, how many guys she's been with, the fact that I wasn't on her radar when she was in her prime years,
This
really
sounds,
pissed the
yeah,
fuck.
I know. This sounds like Warren.
Just,
Warren
just,
does
just,
the
just,
exact same thing.
but
Warren,
just to know, but I've gone through. Listen. I, this is someone that when you're in your 20s, your best years, your 20s, your 20s, your 18, 19, 20 mark, 21, 22, 25 mark years. Those are your prime years. And if you, the girl that now is a single mother, now is used up, had a couple of kids, has finally hit the wall, and her best years are all said and done, and she's got a pop belly, let's be honest here, a bit of a poochie butt and bigger rack. Why should I be the one to get there and just drop my things and run straight to her and help her out because now she's finally hit the wall and can't get the guy that she really wants? Why should I be that guy for? Why should I be that guy? I turn them down. I go. I just give them a cold shoulder. I go, no, no. I do what they did to me when I was younger. I do it back to them because that's my way of getting off. That's my saying, fuck you, you fucked up. Now eat your own shit, bitch. I'm sorry, but I've gone for shit in my life and I won't take the shit. All right.
If she's a nice person and she's a single mother, I'd give it a chance. But the fact is that the majority of the
Single
single
mothers
mothers
are for beta
aren't too
males.
nice.
Single mothers are for beta males. If you're a nice guy, she won't respect you. She'll use you. Okay, she's not going to respect you. Okay, she still wants that guy that she really wants. She's not making time for you because she can't get anything better. But come on, man. Don't be so. If you want to do that, fine. But for me, I've got respect for myself. No. If I had kids, would she make time for me? No, she wouldn't. Now she's used up now, could get the guy that she really wants. Not for me. Nah, man. This is the way they learn. When it's throw back in their face. You throw
Joe,
it.
Joe. Okay, then let's say you do have these options. You have these options. Joe, I don't know how to answer. I'm not saying you're looking for a solution for this, but I think that you're going to have to learn that your options are limited for several
I
reasons.
know.
Number one, the times we live in are obviously not good.
I know.
You're in your 30s now, and as you get over 30, your options get less. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
you
the
cannot
age pill.
expect it's not like high school where you had a
I
unlimited
know.
option of women. It's not like that. Once you get out over 30, your dating life changes because age is a factor. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yes, very important one.
I
And if
understand that.
and of course there are a lot of TFLers in their early 20s, more so than I ever saw 25, 30 years ago.
Well, I mean, this is someone that's had a lot of guys under her belt. I'm a guy that didn't have a lot of options back in my day when I was younger, and I have resentment. Okay, I
You
have
have a lot of
resentment.
you have a lot of sexual jealousy in you, I can see.
Yeah, I
You
do.
wish you could have had. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad you admit it because what you're envious about is the fact that she had lots of fun and you didn't. That's that's
Exactly.
that's like a tit
I'm
for a
pissed
tat,
off.
and it's not necessarily. That would be like, okay, I have relatives in my family that were making really good money in their early to mid 20s, and they're even doing better than I am. Okay. Now I'm at a point now where I'm making pretty much close to what they're making. So I mean, I gotta hate them now and say, well, you don't know what it's like because you never had to struggle. Well, there's reasons things happen. There's all kinds of reasons, opportunities, staying
Hmm.
into one job. I never I would get bored with some of the jobs they have. Okay, I couldn't stay in one job for 25 years. It drives me unless it's unless it's a job that allows me the freedom. Okay,
Yeah.
so the point is that you cannot be angry at the woman because maybe she did have options. Let me ask you a question:
For
is it
sure.
her fault that she had those options? There's all these horny penises out there. They're the ones who gave her the options. Okay,
Mm.
if those guys hadn't given
Yeah, but she picked the wrong one. She picked the guy that was the arrogant one. She picked the guy that she knew wasn't going to treat her right, and she went along with it. And there were guys that would like to and treat her right, but she didn't want them because they're too boring. They're
But
too nice,
Joe, do you really think that these women are all crying that you won't date them? They just
No, of
move
course
on.
I know. No, they'll move on. I know
Yeah.
they will. They'll move on, and I'll move on too.
Yeah.
I know that.
Joe, there's no peace in trying. This isn't something that me and Bill have talked about. It's called the human ego. And when you have anger issues and you can't let
Mm.
go, that is the ego saying, I won't let go. I have
Well, I
relatives
understand.
in my family, even out of state, that we've had issues. But if they came to me and they were nice to me, I wouldn't just be an ass. I would give them a chance. And I realized, and this is the thing, because the human ego is what will crush you. Bill, throw your ego comments on this, because you've talked about the ego too, Bill.
Ego is corruption. Ego will corrupt your thought frame. Ego will. It's no different
Now,
than
see, with
power. It's actually no different than power and greed. One has to control their own ego.
Yeah.
Steve's talking about being a free spirit, and being more free spirited. I think that's a good thing. He's giving me a good
Well,
advice.
it comes from wisdom too, because if you get to me and Bill's age, I'm 49, he's 58. Okay, he's almost 59 this year. And if you get to the point in life where you still hold on to this ego, you're not growing spiritually. You're actually regressing.
Mm.
Like the old Archie Bunker, you see a guy that's got a very narrow-minded view of the world. Well, of course, Archie Bunker was really only like 49 for the show, which he looked like 20 years older. But
so
anyways,
you're trying to say I'm the bad one. I'm the one that really should change myself rather than.
I'm saying that if you don't do it, it's going to hurt you in the end. It doesn't mean you got to
Yes,
drop
it might hurt you.
but you're in the what you're right now, Joe. You're in the anger stage. We've all been there. So I don't fault you for that, because at this time in your life, you have to go through that anger stage. If you don't, then you're not progressing. But then eventually you're going to say, now I'm not saying you got to pick up a girl that's a drug addict and she's got herpes and all sorts of things. If she's got something that could hurt you, you may not want to go with that.
Yeah, but everyone chooses their own path in life, and I just
I know, and I'm not faulting you, because me and Bill had our ego issues with each other. We were angry, and then we realized how stupid it was, and it's
How
like
pointless it was.
how pointless it is. And then what are you going to do? What does the ego really do? You hear these stories of people that had a fight over a poker game and they didn't talk to a relative in 20 years, and when they finally make up, it's like, why did we wait that long? It's like, yeah, why did you wait that long?
Mm.
Yes.
I'm not.
I don't blame Joe for the anger part, because
Yeah, I don't either.
as many
No.
TFLers in the life that you've been handed, you have a right to be angry. And that part,
well, thank you.
I'm not going to ever come down
Yeah.
on Joe about, because the fact is, Joe, come on the show tonight. Joe's representing that of a TFLer, somebody
Right.
whose life's been destroyed by society. Okay, he's
Right.
pushed out into TFL. He has a right to be angry. Okay,
No, he does.
But some
Yeah.
of the points
Mm.
what Steve is saying is correct, because Joe had basically, we'll look at it this way: you didn't ask for what's been dealt to you. You have no say so over it. You have a right to be angry. But at the same time, you got to figure out a way to go on with your life and fuck them and show them this and continue to speak in
Yeah.
peace. And if they don't like your anger, oh well, because they're the ones that done this in society. But as far as the assumption on every woman, I've always said it's not 100% across the board. It never has been.
Well,
Okay. I'll stick with that. Okay. Now, I'm not saying we don't have a high number, because there is a high number, or you
I
wouldn't be
want
living.
justice to be done. I want justice to be done. I want justice to be done.
Joe, you're going to see justice in your lifetime. And the reason why is because I thought about this over the weekend when I was in my driving around in my service van. Okay, I think about these issues and social issues. What I think is going to happen is this will have to make it mainstream. It is sociologically going to have to hit critical point. TFL has not hit critical point yet. Where okay, when you have when 50% of the women are over 45 and not married, then they're going to address it whether they like it or not. They're going to have to address it, especially amongst the white population, because this is what it's affecting white and black people the most by far. TFL. Asians seem to be buffered from it. Hispanics don't seem to have. There's very few Hispanic people in the TFL movement or
Hmm.
MGTOW. What does that tell you? There's something wrong with these respective cultures in the West.
Yes.
I mean, there was only one guy that was called Mexican MGTOW or something. There's almost no people in the Hispanic community that have adopted MGTOW. Why? Because they're cult. But I do think that this issue will become an issue in the years to come. And it might make you
You
feel,
know, though, like the
I don't think it's going to be whether or not it's going to be some apocalypse. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a Mad Max world because
you know, it's making
Joe,
you
I have a lot